Please have a seat. To invite Freda forward, or to be more specific, she's going to invite me forward.
Well, welcome back, Mike. So pleased to see you. It's gone quick in some ways, but it's been sort of quite a long time in others. Pleased to be back.
We are, yeah. Excited to see you this morning, all of you. Lovely to see your faces. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Right, well, how was your 3 months away on this sabbatical?
Wow, it went so quickly. I knew it would, and we knew it would, and it went so quickly. And it was really, really diverse. So I was speaking to, always sounds very grand when I say my spiritual director, but I was speaking to my spiritual director about reflecting on the 3 months, and he says, it seems like it's how a sabbatical should have been. Rest, recreation, relationship, restoration, all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Right. What would you say were the highlights of your 3 months away?
More time with Kate. No, it's true. It's true. I really enjoy it. One of the things I was kind of like thinking, I better get this over and done with so that I can then focus on more enjoyable things, was we built some decking. And 4 metres by 5 metres, or a massive piece of decking. And I thought, because Kate's going to be going to work and stuff, so let's do this, let's get that done. But really enjoyed doing that together, and we didn't fall out at all, did we? So creating something very Christ-like, doing a bit of carpentry, very impressive start to the sabbatical. But enjoyed doing that. Another highlight, one of my sisters who took her life last year, it was an opportunity with my other 2 sisters to have time together. So we spent a weekend together in Brighton, and we really got on well. And then the first time I've done this since I was a boy, Kate and I went on holiday with Cheryl and Linda and their husbands, and we got on so well. It was a surprise, just how well we got on. So that was a highlight. I'm going to mention a couple of highlights during the sermon as well. One of them was going to AA in Brighton. They have an open evening, so people can go along, family or friends can go along. And Ant has been inviting me for a long time, and this seemed like the right time to go, and I think we ended up going about 4 times, and really, really significant. And Kate came to one of those as well. And that led on to me going to a drop-in centre for people with different types of addiction in Brighton, and meeting them was a real highlight as well. Yeah.
And during the 3 months, you spent a month away, didn't you?
Yes.
Just meeting up, obviously, with Kate at the weekend. How did you find that, sort of being on your own and just spending time with God?
Yeah. Because I've done that before, it wasn't daunting, and I really look forward to it. And overall, it was brilliant. But every now and then I did have those times when, I was doing all different things. I was going to the gym every day, I was walking, people were visiting, I was meeting with other ministers, friends, family. But sometimes the reading the Bible was really dry. Sometimes the prayer life was really boring. Sometimes I thought, I might as well just nip home. But I stuck with it, just for the day even, I stuck with it. And again, talking to the spiritual director afterwards, it's good not to run away just when things get a little bit tedious or boring. As you know, sometimes stick with it.
So, anything that you sort of struggled with, apart from missing all of us, really, and being away from us?
As well as that. Good struggle, really good struggle in terms of wrestling with theology, how I understand God, trying to work that out more and more. Something that, as you know, I encourage you all to do, to question, to wrestle, to read out the box, read different things, talk to different people with different opinions. So did all of that, but actually enjoy all of that. So it was a wrestle. Sometimes I think, I wonder where this is leading. But just going with it. I suppose the only not wrestling, but when my sisters came to stay, and we did have a lot of laughter, but there were lots of tears as well. Again, that's really healthy stuff. Really good to be able to cry with them, and to be there for them as well, and them there for me.
Yeah.
So
That does sound healthy, actually. Yes, yeah. So, anything else that comes to mind that you want to share with us?
I'm going to be, again, reflecting. I was wondering what to preach on when I came back. And again, it's something that I have learnt more and more over the years and taught and shared more over the years. But it is the grace of God. I didn't go back and kind of like want to come back and say, no, actually God is more fierce than we even imagined, sorry. And the grace, don't forget about the grace, we've got to try harder, we've got to do... No, it was knowing at a deeper level the grace and love of God and just how big God is. And how that love extends to everybody. Everybody. So that was the highlight. I really, the other thing really enjoyed was all the exercise. And I know for some people that is, what? That's really weird. But actually the exercise, and actually going to a lot of different classes, and meeting people, and they didn't know I was a minister. I loved that, actually. They didn't know I was a minister. And I felt like a right old lemon at times. I would go to some classes with 25 people and I was the only man there. But I don't mind. Having had 3 sisters, having had daughters, and I didn't mind looking like a lemon. When one of my daughters came with me, that really amused them when Dad was trying to do this thing in direction, dart and all that stuff. But, yeah. Going to have questions, actually, yes.
No, just for a second. I know you've been down the gym every day because my daughter's seen you. She goes with her friend. But the funny thing is, she said, Mum, I think I saw your minister down there. And she said, it was Samuel.
I thought you meant I'd aged.
She said, he looked at me, but he didn't really recognise. So I'm glad you didn't call him Samuel. But she's not down there.
I love that. And you probably know what I'm like, and I get told off, I say hello to everybody. And I got feedback from George, who works with her, and said that you ignored her. I didn't, I've been looking out for her. I haven't been looking out for her ever since and haven't seen her, but no, Tracy's brilliant.
So really, a lot of what you already know about, love and grace and that, but you would say that it really got on a much deeper level, and that,
Yes.
this week.
Very real as well, and not in any glamorous way, not in any kind of like met with the Lord and the Lord, not all that stuff. It was in a very gentle way and a wrestling way, and a something profound went on deep inside. And I think it's going to work itself out, and I'm going to recognise it when I look back on this, that really, that wrestle that we all have, and trying to improve, or when we do things wanting to see maybe success, and some of that's all good, but actually learning, not just up here, but here, to let go of some of that, and actually to enjoy the now, and to enjoy me, and to recognise all the good in our marriage, all that stuff. So it was very gentle but profound, and not glamorous. Just working out slowly.
And how do you feel about staying?
Staying here?
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to joke there, but don't joke. It's dangerous to joke. I knew, as far as you can know, when you go away, Kate and I both see this as totally long-term, and I come back with that same conviction, absolute conviction, that lots of ministers get called away when they go on sabbatical, and they come back and they break the news to the church, but yeah, I was going to apologise and sorry if anybody was hoping for a similar, but no, absolutely, this feels like coming home.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's wonderful. Right, so do you want to take any questions?
Yeah, if anybody's got any questions, pop your hand up.
Yeah,
if Freda could hold the mic, but
yes,
she'll hold it to you, so not everybody touches it, if that makes sense. So, any questions? And it can be as little or as whatever, or as big. Or as nosy, I can't dare ask that, yes you can. Just pop your hand up if you've got any.
Did you go to any other churches? Did you visit other
I
churches?
did. And one church in Brighton that I've got a real heart for. And yeah, it shows how broad they were. They were talking about an Islamic Sufi that day. And I learned something from that. And they're secure in themselves that they can do that kind of thing. And meeting people there. Something really funny, I had some people knocking at my door yesterday, asking if I knew God, in their suits. And when you say you're a minister, they often run away, actually, which is interesting, or go away. But I was a little bit playful, and I said, I respect the differences that we have. And then they said, it's good to hear you believe in God. We've heard that Brighton is the most godless place in the UK. And that brought out my playfulness. And I said, well, actually, I know some wonderful ministers, wonderful churches, wonderful people there. And I love the diversity.
Anyone else?
What would you say is the singular core theme of your sabbatical?
Great question. I'm glad you got my email asking me to ask me that one, because the problem. It's where we're going with the sermon, actually. And the word open, being open, was right at the beginning. I wrote it in my diary, being remain open in everything. And it was the call for us to be open, not just up here, but here as well. So open and open to the grace of God. A real, you can relate to this, something really, part of me wanted to make the most of it and do this retreat, and that'd be the one that fell through. What should I do? Should I go and meet up with this charity? Should I read this book? And there was excitement in that, but actually I came to a place of rest that whatever I do, just be open to God. God doesn't want you, this is the path Mike you need to go on. It was more, actually Mike, whatever you decide, just be open and work with me in that. So yeah, brilliant question, thank you. Wonderful. Can I also finish with a really big thank you to, we've said thank you to everybody, but because Freda's up here, she has been such a support and so brilliant in every way. We say thank you to Freda as well.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you for that. And should we give Mike a round of applause? We're really pleased to see you back. And please sit down as well. No qualms to sort of even think about it.
I knew you would as well.
And Kate as well.
Yeah, Kate as well, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you. Thank you.